The fourth suspect in the Amy Leigh de Jager's kidnapping case has been arrested. The 6-year-old was kidnapped at the beginning of this month outside her school in Vanderbijl Park. 3 other suspects were arrested just days after the minor had been found. For more details, we're joined by police spokesperson Vish Naidu on the line. Vish, good evening. Thank you very much for your time. Remind us again, what's this person's alleged role in the kidnapping?
Very good evening to you, Vuyo, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Well, this suspect, I cannot go into details in the role that the suspect played. Of course, the suspect's only just been arrested today. The charges are still, the suspect is still yet to be charged. We're hoping to bring him before a magistrate on Wednesday for the first time, and then, of course, the prosecution team is going to ask that the magistrate have him remanded in custody until the 1st of October, when we are hoping to bring him back to court together with the other 4 suspects for a formal bail application. But we are confident, from all the investigations that we've conducted now, that this suspect does certainly have a case to answer to.
Now, who assisted greatly in the arrest of this suspect?
Well, from the time that Amy Leigh de Jager was reported missing or was reported kidnapped, remember, in cases such as these, the first 24 hours is very critical. So we mobilized the 72-hour activation plan, which is the mobilization of various critical resources like your crime intelligence, forensic experts, your specialized investigators, both from the Hawks, the general detectives. And in this case, we use members from the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit, which specialize in crimes against women and children particularly. And then, of course, we also use expertise from the Directorate for Priority Crimes Investigation, which is the Hawks, to give us their specialist guidance and advice on kidnapping matters. So with these role players coming together and with the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit carrying the docket, we were able to, initially trace and arrest the first 3 suspects. But fortunately, before they were arrested, Amy Leigh was released unharmed. She initially went for medical examination, but it appears that she was unharmed. And then subsequently, within hours after she'd been released, we pounced on the suspects at a house in Vanderbijl Park, or rather in their houses in Vanderbijl Park, where we arrested them. But we knew that there was one other suspect that we needed to arrest. Since then, we've been looking for this 4th suspect, and finally, we were able to trace him to an area called, or rather a settlement called Movango, just outside Vanderbijl Park, where we arrested him.
And he will appear before a magistrate on Wednesday.
Yes, that's right. He will appear before a magistrate on Wednesday on charges at least of kidnapping and extortion, the same charges which the other 3 suspects are facing. And as I indicated, that we're hoping to deny him a release, meaning that we want him to remain in custody until a formal bail application, which of course we're going to oppose for all accused come the 1st of October this year.
Okay. Now, are you satisfied that you've got all the people who may have been involved in the case, or in other words, you're not ruling out the possibility that there may be other people who may have been involved in one way or the other? Well,
up to this point, where the investigations have gone, and as I've indicated in my media release, that the arrest of another suspect in this matter is very unlikely. So, meaning that we are satisfied that we have all of the people that were involved in the kidnapping of Amy Leigh de Jager in custody. So, of course, it depends how the investigations unfold. It depends on the cooperation by the suspects or the accused that are in custody. And but as it stands now, from what we're being informed from the investigation, it's very unlikely that there'll be other arrests.
Vish Naidu, thank you very much for your time. He is, of course, the police spokesperson following, of course, the arrest of a 4th and possibly final suspect in connection with the Amy Leigh de Jager kidnapping. That person was arrested earlier today.